Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. Tonight, we got a very special guest joining us. I'm sure all of you have probably heard of him. We got Pioneer Pauly with us tonight. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. A little tired of the darn COVID thing going on, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Much longer on that, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Here anyway, so we shall.
We're alive, so that's good. It's good news.
That's one good thing, that we're still here. That's all we can say. But we'll see. It'll get better. Things got to get better. That's for so, Pauly. All right, now there might be some people listening that don't know who you are and where you came from and how you got started in your gold prospecting, gold mining, and treasure hunting. And so
it started back in 1862. I was a little that far back. Okay. No, it really started kind of randomly. I wasn't expecting to do what I'm doing today, which is just predominantly gold hunting and then just treasure hunting.
Right.
I had I could never ever keep a job. I always get fired or laid off because I'm a lazy prick and I just didn't listen to anybody and I'm stubborn, right? So I had a lot of anxiety when I was like 13 to 15 years old. I was homeschooled, had an eating disorder. I was like completely bullied. I didn't have I was stuck at home, and being homeschooled, I just developed this eating disorder. I couldn't eat much. But one of the gifts my mom gave me was a camera. So I was like, I don't even know how to turn this stupid thing on, but I'll turn it on and see if I can make a random video. So I started making random videos that were in around the house with my brothers and my sisters and just kind of doing stuff like that. And then over time, my cousin Kenny invited me out to go do some gold panning. Mm-hmm. And at first I thought it was kind of ridiculous because like gold panning to me back then was like, what an old fashioned thing to do. Why would you go gold? I could go to the store and like look under vending machines for like loonies or dollars or something. Like it just didn't make much sense to me. So after going out with him, I found my first piece of gold within a few hours. And even though it was like tiny bits of fly poop, I just got addicted to the idea that you can go out in nature, enjoy timelessness essentially, and find what I like to call nature's jewelry for free. You can just find it for free, find it on the ground. So after that day, I went back there consecutively for 11 days straight, the same location, borrowing his gold pan every morning, and just consistently found gold. And then I decided, since I did have an existing YouTube channel called Artifact Stream, hunting for arrowheads at the time, I was like, I'm going to try changing it up, maybe looking for gold, and I'll bring the camera. And I was so shy, I had a mask. I was hiding my face and just showing my eyes, and I just didn't want to show my face. And I took people on this gold hunting journey. And I got some feedback that I liked. It wasn't negative. No one was saying I was a vampire just yet because they haven't seen my face. Right. And I enjoyed it. So I just kept filming myself doing that. And then over time, it just slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger just by going out and filming until now. I still don't know what I'm doing. It's just, I don't know. That's the short story. There's a lot to it. But.
Like how many years has it been then?
Hunting for gold, I would say just broke the 3-year mark. And then I've had this channel for about 10 or 11 years, somewhere around there. So if you scroll down far enough, you'll see like the old videos where I was like just walking out the beach looking for sharp looking rocks. And they're like 20-second videos. But
that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was neat. Yeah, so I started hunting for arrowheads and then it evolved to gold, and to now I'm kind of expanding, trying to find more things. I don't want to just stop at gold, but it's still going to be my predominant hunting thing. I like kind of looking for everything now.
Right. But now I know you've looked for gold in a lot of places now, right?
Yes.
You want to name some of them off?
I've looked in crevices. I've looked in gravels. Like, places. Sorry. In Canada, I've really only hunted in BC, in British Columbia, but I've been to Arizona. I've been to Washington, been Australia, and several different little states in Australia. My next trip is Africa. Not my very next trip, but the next big trip is going to be Africa. I got a tour guide that's going to come bring me out that way, and it's supposed to be super dangerous. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Dude, that was a sweet ride you rented when you went and hung out with Jeff Williams. How'd you like hanging out with old Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff is a blast. He is so fun. I thought he'd be different in person. Like, hey, let's get down to business. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. But he's like, how's it going, Pauly? Blah, 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 blah. Like, he's up in your face, and he's like super energetic. And I love the guy. He's super, super educational, very, very friendly.
Oh yeah.
But that car is a Lamborghini Huracan. So 610
Sweet.
horsepower, a lot of fun. And so
Oh,
anytime
yeah.
I go to Vegas, I'm going to rent a Lamborghini because it's just something I think everybody has to do. It's a lot of fun.
What made you do that? Rent a Lamborghini? Just because
YOLO. I love supercars. Like, another thing I do is, like, I'm a car enthusiast. I want to build my own cars and stuff. I got friends who have supercars, and it's just, I've always enjoyed them. I used to work at a detail shop, detailing cars and all that. Worked at a body shop, and I used to work for a guy who not rented, but he used to do like engine swaps and cool stuff to older Lamborghinis and stuff. So I drove my first Lambo with him, and then I drove a Ferrari with him, and it's just, that feeling is just hard to explain. Just the amount of acceleration and power you have from, like, just your fingers paddle shifting, and it's such a rush. Like, I don't know.
that would be cool. I guess if you're in Vegas and you could do it, you should do it. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun, so I just
There's
did
nothing
it.
wrong with it. They give you the opportunity, got to take it, right?
Yeah.
Australia. What'd you think of that? Looking for gold.
Australia is amazing. I love it there. I'd say it's like one of my favorite places to be. It was weird. Like, I don't like flights, and this flight was 16 hours.
Right.
So my longest flight was 2 hours before that. So after the third hour, I was like, anxiety. I was like, no, we got to land in the next place. Look at it. It's like Honolulu. I'm like, God, I can't go to Honolulu. They just, But Australia was amazing. You sleep, then you wake up, you look out the window. The windows are hot to the touch. The water is nice and blue. You go in there, everything's opposite. So you got like cars you've never seen before. The steering wheel's on the other side.
Yeah.
People talk with a cool accent. When
Right.
they say I talk with an accent, I'm like, sure, it makes sense, but I just love it there. The animals are wild. The gold's good.
That
They
would
drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, I tried that too, and I went around the roundabout the wrong way and scared the crap out of Chris and Zoe. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Just go left, go left." I'm like, sorry.
you plan
Good.
on going to Australia again?
Yeah, I actually had a plan to go about a couple months ago, but COVID hit, and then
That
didn't end up happening. And then I was going to go to Tokyo, but that didn't happen.
Tokyo.
Probably just cause, yes, for like my partners wanted to go there and spend a little time there, so I was like, okay, let's do that. I
Now-
wanted to go look for gold in Tokyo somewhere, but I have no idea where I'd go. No idea.
You know, I know Japan's got gold, but
Yeah,
Tokyo, I don't know. Right?
maybe some jewelry stores or something, but other than that.
Like New York City, I guess. Go check the cracks of the sidewalks.
Yeah, New York would be. I got a friend in New York.
It works.
Yeah.
You know, but that's cool. So Africa, though.
Africa would be amazing. Even like Egypt. Just when I thought of Africa, I was like, oh, those drone shots would be really good.
Yeah.
And then my brother would be like, you don't want to go to Africa for the drone shots, Paul. You want to go to Africa for like the experience and do this. I'm like, yeah, that I have too, but the drone shots would be amazing. Just, I don't know. I don't even know what to look at, but it'd be cool.
Right.
Some are far away. I don't think many people have done that from this part of the world to go that far to go and do that. I just think it'd be a fun time and a good video. And
in Africa, don't they use a lot of metal detectors? Those big metal detectors, and then
yeah,
that way.
I could be wrong, but I heard the Gold Monster 1000 was based off something to do with Africa, where you can take the stick, the stick, take that off and attach it to a stick or something.
Right on, bud.
Well, we had a gentleman on our site before that lived in Sudan.
Say that again, sorry?
He lived in Sudan. Was that? I think that was in Africa or something, wasn't it?
I think it was somewhere in
The suit on.
Anyway, he said they used to go out with like
Here's the
big
thing.
metal detectors and
Call
hit
him
the,
and beep it.
right.
and find the big nuggets and stuff. I mean, they were like monster nuggets.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dan just found his biggest nugget was the gold monster. And I was there at the pulse induction and I didn't find it. I think I walked over it or I don't know what I'm doing. But
well, when you're out in BC and you go prospecting, what do you normally use? Do you use the handheld metal detectors? What do you use? What kind of gear do you use?
I like, if I'm not sniping in the water, I usually use the Fisher Gold Bug 2 metal detector or the Minelab SDC 2300. I got other detectors too. Like I just got a monster, but I haven't really tried that field yet.
Now, do you have the small ones that you use underwater, like a lot of people do in the videos and stuff? Or
Not yet. I'm not that level of coolness yet.
Okay.
But when I do get there, I will let you know, and it'll be fun. I like those detectors. There's like the I forget what it's called, but it looks like an alien gun. It's like bright green. Yeah. It's Minelab, and you can go underwater. Then there's a small one. But I just want to find one that's sensitive enough for like 0.5 gram of gold or something. Because like, or at least a waterproof pinpoint that can go about 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Garrett carrots or.
Yeah, there's Garrett carrot. There's the whites. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did they go 30 feet?
I mean, I'm sure they could, but I don't know if they'll work.
I don't remember what the depth is on them.
I don't know.
Not.
Well, we should try and see if they float.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
What do you use for air? What air setup do you use then?
I have a hookah system and I have a scuba tank. Like hookah is good for, okay, I'll start sniping on the surface with maybe some weights and just kind of check out the area. But if there's a crack that I like and it keeps going deep, like deeper than I can actually go, then I'll come back with a scuba gear so I can actually go and finish testing that. And then I can go freely and go check out other places. But if there's a spot I like in particular, I'll come back with the hookah system and then sit there. Because the hookah, you can be there for hours, right? And the scuba tank, maybe half an hour to 45 minutes, especially if you're exerting yourself, like trying to open a crevice with a crowbar or something.
Then you got to haul all that stuff down in there too. So.
Yep.
So do you have one of the hookahs that's on like an inner tube or what?
No, this is just the one that goes on the side. I got it from Keen. I went hackers on it with my mining partner Andy, and it sits on the side, fill it full of gas, and it has 250 feet. I think it's 40 or 50 foot hoses you can use, and then just go down to that spot. But the one you can get something that's super small and light. It goes in a backpack. I forget what it's called, but it's I think it's electric. Again, super light, small, and then you can go. I think it's up to 20 feet, and that's something I wouldn't mind testing and even throwing up on the channel to see if I can sell them or something like that. Because I don't normally do what's called a brand deal and just do promotions on the channel because commercials suck, right? And then but having something that's related is something I would probably promote.
Have you used the squircle?
The which? The squircle.
Squircle.
The snorkel. I've never used a snorkel.
It's a squircle, not a
Snorkel. No, I haven't heard of that.
Never heard of
But
It's the little air tanks you can pump up with a bicycle pump.
oh, I've seen some videos on Instagram about that, but I've never tried them. I don't know how good. I'm sure they work, but
I don't know about that if they even work. But if you pump it up with a bicycle pump, it's
bicycle pump.
Yeah.
It almost sounds dangerous.
Yes,
you get it for your kid, and they go in the ocean. And
you'd be there for hours trying to pump that daggone thing up.
no problem. Yeah, enough pressure. Not to mention if it malfunctions when you're 20 feet deep. Like
Yeah.
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 You get what you pay for, so that's what I'm saying.
Get one. I won't say who it was.
So how did you like mining with Dan for those rocks? That was a funny. I really enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, you liked it. Yeah, it was a good edit. I liked it. Yeah, it was good. It was different. It was really different because I brought my pan, my metal detector and this, and he's like, yeah, you're not gonna need that. I'm like, I know that, but I don't know why I still brought it. Like it's very new to me to look for something that isn't gold, but I tell you, that stuff is super nice. It's super addictive. Especially again, it's like finding gold in the middle of mud, in the middle of nature. It's just like, bam, it's so shiny. Same thing when you find like a really nice a dark blue. It's like a crystal, you know, looking through the dirt, and you're just playing in dirt, and then you see something come up like that. It's just great. Another thing to fall in love with.
Yes.
Did you bring home that $1 million rock?
I did. It's downstairs. Yeah, I took it back from Dan. So
That was funny. That was awesome.
yeah, that's good.
That was
Yeah. Oh, I love those cutaways. Like, I love that. That comes from my film background. Like, I used to be actor and partial stunt guy in the film industry like a while back, and I love the idea of making funny movie like scenes and incorporating it with like a YouTube video. Like, I don't know, I love doing that because it's like sound design, and you get the color correction. I can get in technical details, but that stuff is kind of boring. It's fun to watch.
Now
Yeah, it is.
you said you used to have all these disorders, Paul, and so did your videos? Is that what helped you bring you out of all that?
Yeah, it did. Originally, it was just getting outside and enjoying nothingness. No phone, no one around you nagging. It was just you and nothing. And especially when you're looking for gold, you're focused. You're in the moment. It's like me and editing or watching a good TV show or something. And then another thing I've noticed was a lot of people that watch my channel and other channels, they either have a disability or they're incapable of going out and doing the things that we like to do. Right. And or they'll have the same kind of disorders that we have, so they can live vicariously through you, and it's like, for me, I feel good knowing I'm helping somebody else out. Right. Does that make sense? Right. But yeah, personally, it's me. It's just getting out, and I've now associated that with helping other people. So yeah, it is definitely therapeutic, and it does help me get through, because I still have them. Right? I still have anxiety attacks. In fact, that's why that video with Dan was 2 days. We meant to do, I think it was supposed to be 1 full day, and I went out to look for gold, and then I went back to the car because I had like nasty anxiety. And let me tell you, if you've never had a panic attack before, it's the most scary thing. I run into cougars, bears, I've almost drowned. And when you have like a panic attack, it's almost like it's in your head, right? So even if someone gives you a hug and tries comforting you, it doesn't help. It's like it's in your head. You feel like you're gonna die. You're panicking. You're hyperventilating, and it's like terrifying. And that happened when I was with Dan. I'm like, gotta go. So I go out to the car and kind of hang out there, and just, that's what initially started the whole flight of the drone. But
right, that's what.
Anyway,
you just got to.
Oh, through all the places that you've been and all the stuff that you've done, number one, which do you consider your best find? And then number two, what is the most expensive find that you found?
Oh, good question. The best find, there's a few finds. I found old coins. The best find would almost be, in a way, subjective, but to me, the best find would probably be like an old pickaxe in a river, like an old pickaxe. And then there's another time I was digging in a couple cracks. There's a couple cracks that run across the river like this. And I remember digging in them, wasn't finding gold. Then work on the next crack. That's packed rock. That's got to have gold in it. Scratch it out. No gold. And I kept going. Oh, there's a little bit of gold. And then the next one, I found a piece of an old broken tool. Looked like really old tool. It was in this crack. So I cleaned out that crack. No gold. But then the next crack had gold in it. It was like maybe just over a gram. But it was cool to me because I figured that the previous guy, whenever that was digging in these cracks, and he was finding the gold, and then his tool broke and he stopped. And that's where I continued.
That's very true.
So in a way, I felt like I was connected to this guy. I was like finishing his legacy. And I was proud to take his 1.1 grams of gold. Like that was to me, I think that was the best find, only because I related it to an experience. But I'd say the big pickaxe was something I'm super happy to find. But the most expensive one, in one piece, like my biggest nugget, 7.5 grams, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, the pickaxe you could sell it for more, especially if you could restore it. I found old coins. I don't know much about coins, so it's hard to say, but I'd just say through one piece, probably just that nugget. Yeah, I'd say that for now. I want to find like a house, like a full house with my name on it and keys. That'd be nice. Like in a crevice, like digging a crevice, and you have find a key for a house that's now yours. That'd be good.
Yeah. What's the scariest? What's the scariest moment you ever had?
Scariest? I just about drowned. I twisted my ACL on my knee trying to cross the river, and I went in the river, got stuck on a rock, and the water was crashing against me. I couldn't get my leg out. Twisted it trying to get out. Stumbled down the falls. Absolute probably the scariest moment. Definitely.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Now in this last video Dan had, you guys were, like you said, you had that the 2-day event, and at the end of the video, it kind of gave us a teaser, and I know it's coming up in one of your videos, but tell us about these people you run across on these
claim jumpers. Oh, it's a good topic for sure. We flew the drone. Okay, the first day we were looking for gold like as normal, and then the next day we were gonna go way upstream, and before we went upstream, we flew the drone to kind of get some good shots, and we caught 3 dredgers in the water. No, sorry, 2 dredgers in the water. We're like, oh, those aren't Dan's. So 2 dredgers in the water, and then we lower the drone in there, and we see a camp, we see tons of people, there's a dog, there's all sorts of stuff. So then we decide to drive upstream. So then we drive upstream, and there's these 3 vehicles that were parked there. I'm like, Dan, do these belong to you? He goes, nope. I'm like, sounds good. Turn on the camera. So then we go walk in, and then there's somebody up front laying on, there's the dredge sitting there, and there's a tarp over top. And there's this guy like sprawled up like this, hey guys, how's it going? Like he just woke up. Dan's like, oh, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, just gonna sit here. And you couldn't really hear what he was saying, but he's just talking about me just sit here. And our friend Bryson shows up. He goes, looks like that's a dredge there. You claim jumping on Dan's claim? And they're like, oh, no, we're not, And so they're talking. We got the camera rolling. I decided to go down the stream a bit, like not down the stream, but down the hill to where the claim jumpers were mining. And there's a handful of people down there. I catch a guy wearing, he's still in his dry suit, dredging in the creek. And then there's a couple tents there, and some people are down the stream hiding. And I kind of get the footage that I wanted to get. I honestly wanted to go up to their faces and like get their faces, but I mean, being squatters or whatnot, I didn't want to get shot. So I just kind of just left it at that and then went back up. But yeah, I don't want to give too much detail out, but I did film it, and it's going to be coming out pretty quick here. But I wish I did film a bit more. The police didn't really do a whole lot. I thought they would, but there's not much that the police can really do because they don't know about gold prospecting. It's not really a thing that they do. But at one point, the police go down the hill and grab the gold. Apparently, it was supposed to be, well, here's most of the gold, and comes up and gives us a coffee tin. And we're looking at it. We're like, yeah, that's not even enough to go back with a pan, let alone dredges, a camp, and a bunch of help. I went back to my car, and there's a big dent in the front of my car. And I'm like, you son of a... So someone kicked that. And,
you guys you have no idea how long it was there then, huh?
We have no idea. But I'd imagine there for weeks. The last time I actually went to that spot was actually further down the creek. Was one of the previous videos where Dan found claim jumpers. And I was with him too. We just bought this super expensive claim. We went down there to go check it out, and there's squatters galore. There's RVs, there's people, there's all sorts of stuff. Wow. And here's a decision which would be good for the people watching and you guys. Like, I have to decide whether or not I'm going to blur these guys' faces or not, because I can make these people famous, right? But I don't, in a way, it's like there's 2 sides of it. If I don't blur their faces, I give everybody a heads up. I give everyone the warning that these people exist. Watch out for them, and they'll get in trouble, and they have what's coming. But at the same time, I don't want to come off as that kind of a person, because in my opinion, it's like a bad business thing, right? And if they really want to know who these people are, the plates I can leave unblurred, or they can email me, or I can even post to the admins in these Facebook pages. So
yeah,
I would blur it. I would leave it open. I mean, it's part of your video. I mean, they're claim jumpers. They were doing it illegally. They know they were doing it.
And it was honestly a calculated thing, complete calculated thing. They knew what they're doing. They knew it was bad because they didn't want to be on camera. They just, at one point when we got there, a lady came out of the bush. She goes, "Where's Dan? I need to speak with Dan." Like she's all like, curb your self-importance. Like, that's, why would you, like, it's Dan's claim, obviously. And then I catch her in the video saying, "Hey, Dan, is this the good claim that you said you really liked?" And Dan's like, "Yep." He goes, "I can see why." So she just called herself out knowing that it's a good claim. So for sure, this was completely calculated, and I think they deserve what's coming.
Yeah.
I know.
I believe if they're digging gold, it's over.
Yeah, the fact that they're bringing a dredge, like, I mean, Dan works really hard for what he has.
Yeah.
He has a whole family to take care of. He has a whole business to take care of, right? And so the time that he gets to spend on the creek is very valuable time. So if he put $10,000 on this expensive claim to go mine, and somebody else is dredging in it, that's a huge kick in the nuts. And I respect Dan enough to do that. But yeah, I'm in that position where I'm like, should I blur the faces? Should I not? Right. I don't know. I almost feel like it's safer just to blur the faces, but then screw these guys. Like,
yeah. And if somebody asks, you just send him the picture. But
yeah, that's what I'll probably end up doing. But that's a shame.
Yeah. No, I know. You want to just show them because they were stealing from Dan, so it's like, hey, you did it. You deserve people to know who you are.
And then it'll just hopefully, people start respecting not jumping on claims. I mean, knowing Dan, if they literally asked Dan, hey, could we go on your claim? Could we dredge it? We'll give you whatever percent. Dan would probably be like, sure, go ahead. Just send me photos so I know what my claim has. Right. Dan's a nice guy, right? He's a super nice guy. But
but when you go about it this way, no.
Yeah, this way, they deserve what's coming for sure.
Exactly.
There's a guy named...
What kind of fines are they looking at?
The fines? I'm not sure. There's a guy named Craig Gentle, and he's the head of, I don't know what it's called, but Ministry and Mines. So he's the one that you report it to, and he's the one who takes people's panning license away, their right to have a claim. He does all that stuff. And Dan followed up with him, and Craig couldn't give out the details. Apparently, it's just against the policy, whatever. Can't give out the details, but he did say that they are getting what they deserve. So hopefully that means hanging. We're gonna hang them in the bushes.
I was gonna say here in Arizona, all you got to do is call the sheriff.
Yeah, the sheriff will deal with it.
Yep, the sheriff's got the county, and the county oversees everything. And they're claim jumping. They're actually stealing. So it's actually a arrestable offense.
Yeah. See, that's awesome. See, the U.S. has it, right? They have the sheriffs. They have these rules, and here it's like everyone has a billion rights, which I don't mind when I'm on that end. But in this particular spot, the RCMP, so it's called the Rural Mounted Police. The police don't have jurisdiction on this. Was native land. It's like half native, half not. So the police had to get the tribal police involved. So there's two separate police identities that had to talk and discuss where is jurisdiction, where's this, and then this and that. It's a huge mess. But I see it as theft. If you have a claim and you own those mineral rights, and these yahoos are stealing the mineral rights, they should get charged for that.
Yeah.
It's simple to me, right?
Cut and dry.
It is cut and dry. Exactly. It really is. You're stealing from me. That's my gold. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Oh man. I tell you this, if their cars were unlocked, but anyways.
But somebody actually, what'd they do? They kicked your hood on your hood?
I believe there's this one lady who kicked the front left or right, I think it was left fender of my vehicle because she was just puffing smoke. She was so embarrassed, and she was overcompensating for her ability to rationalize the fact that she was in the wrong, I guess. So she was just trying to overtake the situation in her guilt. So she was really pissed off, right? But I think at one point when I walked down there and did whatever and I came back up, I tried opening my door and it was kind of stuck halfway. So I'm like, you can see it's a big dent in the imprint. I even show it on the video. I didn't catch her doing it, but I swear that was her. It must have been her.
Probably.
See, I would explain it to him. I would explain it to him like, if I had a garden that had $1,000 strawberries in it, and I come in and I eat 5 of your $1,000 strawberries, what are you going to say?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. But they're saying, "Oh, I didn't know this is illegal." Blah blah blah. It's like, then why are you trying to hide your face?
Yeah.
Clearly, you know something, right? And she's like, "No cameras, please. Like, we don't want to be on camera." It's like, yeah, we didn't want her gold to be stolen. Like, do you see what's happening here, man?
Well, they're in public too, so that has no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, it's like the U.S. too, and in here, you can film the police if you want. They'll say it's against the law, this or that, but you have every damn right to film the police.
Oh yeah.
You know, people anyway, but I think it's like private properties and stuff. There may be different rules, but being that it's Dan's claim in the public and it's our video being filmed and they're in the wrong, I don't see why I can't film them.
No.
I did anyway.
And they're stealing.
Yeah, they're stealing. Straight up stealing. Yeah.
About how many people were down there?
There was up top. There was a young girl. She must have been 16 or 17, just following her parents, or I don't know. I kind of felt bad for her because she was just kind of like standing around going, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
It was her, and then this guy who was laying on the dredge, and then there was I'm going to call her Karen, and then there was And then there was one guy in the water at the dredge, and then there must have been 3 or 4 people, so under 10, but 3 or 4 people down the stream panning. I have all of them on the video, but
they were clearly looking for gold. Period.
So
yeah,
did they
exactly.
end up
Like we were.
Did they call all these people up?
No. As soon as what happened was as soon as we pulled up and that Karen came out of the bushes like a Sasquatch and we told her it was up, she ended up going. She ended up going back down the hill for a little while Dan snuck off to call the police, and then she came back up. So then when I went down, there was less people because the drone caught a lot of people. But when I went down, they must have ran.
Yeah.
I would have ran too. I mean, no one wants to like just.
It sounds like they had an outing there. I had that many people.
There was barbecues, there was fires going on. Like I flew when the drone was flying down, the river's loud, so you couldn't hear this thing flying. You see this dredge just floating in the water, and you move up, there's another one. The guy's like just zipping up his dry suit, and this guy like having barbecues, listening to fucking Rihanna, on a fire. Like they're having a blast. And
I would have cut the anchor ropes and said, bye-bye, dredge. Hope you can keep up with it.
Yeah, I should walk down and like just grabbed one of their sausages off the fire and just confronted them. But I just didn't want to get shot. I didn't want to get shot or nothing. Like I just.
Jeez.
Anyway.
So.
Yeah, that was that. But
I could see that grabbing something off their grill, throwing it in a bun, little ketchup on it. Hey, how you doing? You guys know you're on my claim, right?
Yeah, I just whip a weenie at the back of their neck, like, hey.
Go in there.
What the best situation actually would have been if no one was around, the guy was facing the water dredging, just going up to the sluice box and just peeling the sluice and just fucking off.
Yeah, right. Nice. Just taking what you need out of it.
Yeah, but the thing that made us the most angry was after that we left, we went around the creek and sat on top of the hill, and we can see them slowly taking their stuff away because the police gave them about 6 hours to get their crap out of there. When we left, Dan sat there, I swear, for hours and just kind of hawked on them. And he said he saw somebody, as they're leaving, climb up some of the bedrock where you can walk down where the path was and reach and grab something. He said a jar or a tub, and then they left, like a hand thing. And I'm like, oh, man, that sucks. I totally wish I was looking up there. But realistically, we could have went back around there and we could have got in their vehicle and took that. There's nothing we can do about it now. But.
Lesson learned, right?
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Hey, that's just.
Yeah.
See, here in Arizona, we're always healed.
Yeah.
You know what, Scott?
I love Arizona. This is a cool place. I drove. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was telling Tim, I said, we're always healed. We always pack guns out in the desert.
Oh, yeah. Jeff's gun is real. I found that out by grabbing it from him. I'm serious. In Canada here, it's like, it's legal to have a firearm, but you can't do conceal unless you're a cop or you have some other reason for that. But you can have, like, let's say, like a gun permit, rifles and pistols, no automatics, nothing like that. But the guns that you have, you either have to have them from A to B. Like if you have a gun, like if I have a gun here, I cannot take it to the gas station and then to the shooting range. It has to be straight to the shooting range and straight back. The rules are so strict here, right? So me being like a Canadian white boy, I just walk over to Jeff Williams and I see the gun. I'm like, oh, that thing real looks like a 38 special. I pick it up and I pull the hammer. He's like, oh, no, don't do that, don't do that. He goes, what are you doing? He kind of puts the hammer back down. I'm like, it's real? He goes, yeah, boy, you're in Arizona. I'm like, oh man, that scared him. Scared me. Yeah, you should ask him about that next time.
He'll be on next week.
Yeah, he'd be on next Sunday.
Yeah, and we'll ask his time with you.
Yeah, that's fun.
And you could share your time with him. I mean,
yeah, I love Jeff. He's a good character. He's so funny. Arizona was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that drive was. I wanted to land in Vegas and then get a hotel near where he was in Arizona, or a motel or whatnot.
Right.
But I was too tired. I'm like, I'm in Vegas. Let's live it up. Let's be in Vegas. So I stayed in Vegas, and then the next morning we drove out. It was in by like the 2.5 hour mark. I'm like, have we moved? Like it's just one straight road. He's like, yeah. Jeff's like, meet me at the gas station. I'm like, there's tons of gas stations, Jeff. He goes, no, you're in Arizona. Meet me at the gas station. I'm like, gas station, okay. So I meet him at the Chevron gas station, and that's where we met.
Yeah, that means there's only one.
Yeah, there is one, and it's just yeah. I want to go back there again.
Is that your
That was,
first time in Arizona?
that was my very first time there. Yeah, it was cool. I went to the corner store. So I'm at the one gas station there. There is a store next to it where you can buy like just knickknacks and weird things. I grabbed what was it? It was called an Arizona Snowman, and I loved it because it was in a globe, but it was just water.
Oh, man.
It was like just water, and there's like a floating carrot inside there. It's called an Arizona Snowman. I'm like, this thing is smart. I like that.
That is
But,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was a lot colder than I thought too. I thought it'd be warmer, so I got like a T-shirt and whatever. Went out there, and I'm like, this place is cold. So
Did you get you one of those scorpion suckers that they sell out there in Arizona? Did you see those?
I did see them. I tried not getting it. It would have been neat to try, but I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't want to.
I still have mine. I bought it, but I'm not gonna.
oh, eat it.
They're,
No,
they're good.
no,
They're good, you
no.
guys.
Yeah, let's eat it right now live. Just do it in front of everybody.
No,
Live,
no.
live scorpion.
Oh, if not, then Scott, you're gonna have to buy one and eat it live since you said
Oh,
it.
I'm just, dude, I'll eat like 5 of them. They're good.
All right, get some of
Really? Yeah. I'm sure they're good for you. I mean, they're just protein and carbs, really.
They say
Yeah, I mean, now they got the other ones with like the mealworms in them. I'm not digging on that too much, but a
Yeah, like-
scorpion.
Like the maggot sucker.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
yeah, no,
The sugar-free maggot sucker.
no maggots.
Gluten-free.
That's just nasty.
Oh, man.
Scorpions, yeah. Maggots. How many videos do you got now on YouTube?
How many videos? I'm going to look. I think it's about 2. I'm going to look right now. Let's see.
2,000?
Blah, 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 blah. Where do you find it? I have no idea. Let's see. Videos.
That I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't even say.
It's
I don't know.
100.
I think you click on when you go pull up one of your videos, and it starts to play. It'll say like edit or something like that. You can click on it. And I think it takes it to the page where it tells you how many videos you got.
Like Creator Studio or something. This is right.
Well, if
Um,
I was gonna say, if you go to your channel, it should just tell you how many videos you got out. Under
Yeah.
No, it
I always thought it.
Let's see.
tells you how many subscribers you got and stuff, but you actually have to like click on edit video or something, and it'll take you
Oh,
to
yeah.
a page.
All right, let me try this. Click edit video. It's so bright. Why is it so bright? I'm already like white.
We have 121 videos.
100. Oh wow. Okay. Cool. I just broke 100 a while ago. Well, I guess 20 videos ago, 21 videos ago. But yeah, that was neat.
Well, that's cool. And how many subscribers you up to now?
I think I just broke 221,000 today.
Very
That is awesome.
221. Yeah.
221,000 subscribers.
way to go.
Yeah.
Good
I think
job.
That's
Dan-
amazing.
I think Dan just broke 226.
Dang you
So
go.
that's dang good. So Dan right now is ranking number 1.
That is cool.
Me and him always do this,
You guys,
but yeah, he's ranking number 1. I'm super happy for him. That's wild.
Now, if someone wanted to go check out your video, what will they type in on YouTube to find you?
Ugly vampire.
Ugly vampire.
Just look up. Yeah, Pioneer Pauly. That's pretty much just it.
easy, right?
Pioneer Pauly. Is there like a live chat we can read? I'm trying to open.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of them actually.
Oh wow, right here. Oh my God, I'm sorry everybody. I could have been answering all you. I've been staring at my wallpaper for an hour.
Oh yeah.
Hello. Okay.
Now you're in. Right.
All right. There we go.
Well, we'll take
Now
some
we're talking.
minute if you want.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh,
Pardon me?
Let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial and then
Okay.
we'll come back. We'll open up the phone lines. And if anybody's got any questions for you, they can give us a call at 419-520-7574 and you can do your best to answer.
Call me now.
You'll be live, so you might want to mute your mic.
Yeah, we'll be live during the commercial, so
I'll just make
you make
farting noises.
animal noises in the background. We'll hear you.
I just start farting into the mic. I'm gonna make this brighter.
Any of that is acceptable. All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. The sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their miners' legal fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. Discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit DirtHogPayDirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. DirtHogPayDirt.com, the best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune into Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
You're listening to Prospectors Radio on the Gold Prospectors Space Network. Phone lines are open. Have a question? Give us a call. 419-520-7574.
All right, everybody, we're back with our special guest tonight, Pioneer Pauly. Phone lines are open. So, got a question? Give us a
Light them up, boys.
That's right.
It's all
Light 'em up.
Prank callers. Let's do that. I can see Ed in the chat was like really wanting me to make a fart noise. He's like, do it. Make a riff. And I'm like, I'm scared.
So do you have claims yourself in BC?
Yep. I have two. I don't want to say where they are. I just said where they are. But I have two, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I guess the major question is have you had other people come to your claims?
on claim jump.
Who were they?
You mean like claim jumpers, or you just mean like guests?
No, just regular people. Like, did Dan Hurley, did he come to yours, or who did you invite to your claims?
Well, honestly, like whenever I do have a guest that comes along and goes on one of my claims, or not on a claim, I usually work out a deal with my mining partner, Andy, because he has the better claims along this certain stretch of river. Mine are a little bit upstream, or my one in particular is a little bit upstream. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. So I usually work it out with my partner, Andy. So I just bring him on his. That's like the big pool one where I go scuba diving a bunch. That's one of them. And yeah, but other than that, if they just want to go to, like if they don't want to go on that long drive and that long hike up to this particular spot, I'll take them to my other claim, which is a much easier spot. There's tons of parking. It's public. There's bathrooms there and all that. So with that being said, there's a lot of claim jumpers on that, but most of these people don't really know the rules and they're just going out for a day. So I don't really mind.
Yeah, I heard you mention something earlier about panning license. You guys got to have a license for panning.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, it's okay. It's so stupid. Okay, I remember a time where you didn't need a license for a boat. If you own a boat, you can go fishing. You didn't need a fishing license. You need a boat. But now this is a time where you need a panning license and what's called an FMC. So the panning license allows you to operate a plastic pan. Like it's a responsibility, you see, right? And the FMC is called a free miner certificate, and that legally allows you to use this pan on certain grounds and stuff. But yeah, you need both of those, and I forget how much it costs. It's pretty cheap, but yeah, you need one of those.
That's a tragedy.
It's stupid, yeah.
That is a tragedy.
Yeah, there's
So
another
for
thing.
dredging, you have to have a dredging license too, then, or?
Nope, you just gotta give them about $5,000 of a deposit, and then it has to be a certain size. The pump needs to be a certain size. You got to prove that you're in an area of bedrock. It has to be on your claim, and this and this and this and this.
Be like a retaining pond or something like
Well,
that.
this is
put it back in the water. And...
yeah, retaining pond and all that, and like a tailings bag, whatever that means. But there's also, this is a funny rule. If you pay the money, you can have a dredge. You can use a dredge in the creek, but no matter what, you can't use a sluice box.
What?
Huh?
It's that is in red illegal in BC. You can't use a sluice box.
I think the reason why they're saying that's because if you use a sluice box, you're usually either digging number one out of the high benches or higher. That's probably what their angle is.
I think it's to do with the fish eggs and all that. But they won't even. I've tried arguing the fact that, like, hey, what if it's an area that has no fish and it's bedrock, and it's this and all this sort of stuff. They're like, nope, because of fish and this and that. It's like, what if it's a certain time of year where the fish aren't spawning and the water's low and do this and it's like they're just not willing to compromise. No. But you can dredge. It doesn't make much sense.
What about a high bank?
High bank, you can high bank. It has to be away from the river. The tailings. It has to be in a settling pond, and they have to settle before it reaches the creek. So it has to be far away.
You have to have a high banker license.
You'd think, yeah. You need to have an FMC, and you can only high bank if it's your claim, or you're on somebody else's claim who gave you permission to high bank.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, right? But I've seen, like, I'm not kidding you, I've seen more silt be distributed around a whole creek with 2 pans or 1 to 2 pans than I've seen on any video watching somebody sluicing.
Wow.
Right?
It's
weird. And the place that we go up to in particular, it's owned by this logging company. I won't say the name because it would just be rude to say Mosaic Live, right? But this company, anyway, there's a ton of rules. There's like, I don't want to get too far into it, but you got to pay X amount of dollars to be able to go. Like, it's a $500 key deposit to get a key for this gate, to go in this gate. And then you got to give them what's called a Section 19. And that's like a form of paper basically telling you where you are, like where you live and all your like information, so they know who you are and who's going to be out on their lands, right? But you got to do this about every year or so, and you got to keep your FMC updated, your panning license updated. You got to give them a certain amount of hours that you have for your claim. You got to pay this if you don't do it. There's all these rules just to get access, just so you can use a pan. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of work, and it's a big,
but you're on a logging lease, right?
See, that's the thing. It's like there's a company that owns this logging company in this body, but we're not. I don't know. It gets complicated. I don't fully understand it, but it's a nightmare.
What's your favorite pan to use?
I like the Garrett Super Sluice.
Yeah.
That's my number one. I like it because it's thick. It doesn't break. I haven't tried breaking it, but mine, I've still used my first one. It can hold a lot of material. They have the deep riffles. They just last forever, and I just like the big pan. That's my favorite pan.
How much does a panning license cost?
Gosh, I don't even remember. It's like $20-something. I don't imagine it's much.
For like a lifetime?
No, it's just yearly.
Yearly.
Lifetime.
A yearly license, a yearly FMC. Yeah, you got to update your claim yearly, but with the claim, go ahead.
Be lifetime. $20. It's a pan. $20 for life. You're good to go. Here you go. You contributed. Now go have fun. You know,
Yeah.
$20 a year. That's I don't know.
Yeah, it's and insurance is a lot of money. So I'm in part of a mining club right now, and they have the club insurance, so it's a lot cheaper to go up. So all in all, for a year to go up there, it's about $100, like a year, right? But it's not including the $500 key deposit and what it costs for a claim and the hours. Like the more hours you put in on your claim, the longer you can have it for. You can do it up to 10 years.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like digging. I don't like keeping track of stuff. But
I got a challenge for you.
Uh-oh. Not Nugget Brain.
No. And I did this because I've got I've got 4 claims now in Idaho.
Okay.
And, you talk about something that works good underwater. You can actually go down to the bottom. I challenge you to try to use that gold claw.
Oh, the gold claw.
Because even if you're using it on surface, it's always submerged in water. And the nice thing about it is when I go down, when I'm dredging and I want to do some testing down there, I take my gold claw down there, man, I can pan right down on the bottom, down in the water. Yes.
Yeah, you can use it underwater.
It's made for underwater.
wow.
You never submerge it. You don't pan it like a Garrett Super Sluice. You have to keep it underwater. And it works awesome when you're at the bottom of a river.
Holy cow. Yeah, I know Chris loves those. And the potato pan he likes. I've never tried gold claw or that, but yeah, I should try that. I can scuba dive too, like I guess it doesn't matter.
Perfect when you go scuba diving.
You haven't tried a gold claw pan yet?
Pardon me?
You haven't tried a gold claw pan yet?
I haven't tried them yet, no.
I
must just be superstitious because like you should see the amount of emails like between Dan and me and other like YouTubers we get all sorts of crazy gimmicks and all sorts of offers and this and that. I just it's hard, but like now that you mention it, and this is probably it's probably a good time. I should actually try that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm like you. I don't like a lot of gimmicks, but it works. It does.
And I tell you what, you learn how to run that gold claw, you will absolutely love it, brother.
Yeah. Hey, what do you guys think of the gold hog pan? The gold hog?
Oh. Yeah.
We're all just giving each other smiles. I love the idea.
Yeah, but I like anything gold hog is. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's like that pan. It's like the flow pan. Sorry, flow
pan. Yeah,
the flow pan, 2-hand operation.
Yeah.
And like the old pyramid pans and stuff. There was some other ones like that.
I was gonna say that's the thing. That Fosker made the pyramid pans, and then Doc made the gold hog pans, and then I think there's a couple other crazy.
There's like a banjo pan. I've seen that one.
Right, that's like Mike's.
That's Mike. I've seen a couple other ones, but I don't know. I like the Super Sluice.
Right.
I gotta try the gold hog. I mean, not the gold hog. The gold claw. I gotta try that one.
You got to
give it a whirl and see what you think. You know, it's either you like it or you don't. It's kind of deals. It does work, but our minds are so used to the regular pan in motion. When you use a gold claw pan, it's like those.
So you literally just shake it the whole time, right? There's no.
I decide,
yeah.
Okay.
I decide down.
You got to break that muscle memory, swirling with a pan, and it's hard to break that habit, but man, once you learn it, that pan is amazing, dude.
Just remember when you shake a pan, all the gold's at the bottom.
It's fast.
You say it's fast. Well, when I see Chris do it, he's able to find like absolute micro gold in there too. Like if there's micro gold in there, it will catch it. That's
and it's just the speed of it that amazes me, how quick you go through a pan.
Yeah, holy.
That's the thing. And I like Clint, the guy that designed it, made it, and stuff.
Yeah. I'll definitely give it a go for sure.
I mean,
I think they're all pretty good ideas, different pans, but they all got a little bit of different objectives to them.
Mhm.
But, you know, I think in reality, it all brings down to the same thing.
Yeah, as long as the material is classified, the gold's anything heavy, it's to the very, very bottom. As long as you can get rid of that top material.
But the nice thing about that too, the gold claws, you don't have to classify it. You can just shovel everything in it and go.
Wow. See, that
No
makes it
classification needed. Just scoop it in and pan it out.
I still classify everything. I don't care.
Not me.
That's like me.
If I don't have to classify, I ain't classifying.
Here's-
Yeah, but
here's a
remember what I
question.
always say: do your homework and find out what kind of gold you're going to find, and then classify to that section. Don't run big
Yeah.
rocks if you don't have to.
Well, no, but
Right. Now,
Here's
what
a question. How many pans do you guys think you would do in a single day?
what?
I know it's a weird question, and trust me, there's more to this. I just want to know your guys' answers. Like, if you guys using a gold claw or hand or any kind of, any kind of pan, and let's say 8 hours, how many pans do you think would you guys go through in a day of 8 hours?
me
Like,
probably.
not racing or rushing, but just like in general.
My gosh, I,
mean,
bet
if
you
I
at
was-
least a dozen times for me.
A
I've never
dozen.
counted. I could do a crap load.
I'll tell you what. If I was using the Gold Claws big pan,
Yep.
that carry, that thing holds a half a bucket at a shot. I would say I'd get about a good 50 to 60 or maybe better in.
Wow. Okay.
If you're just panning.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I was just panning. Oh, okay.
Panning? Well,
Like shoveling, panning. Even if it's hard. It's a hard question.
if
Like-
you out panning for the day, you mean?
Yeah, just panning, no sluice, just go pan. Like, because my idea was like, I get asked this more often than you think. How many pounds do you do in a day? I'm like, well,
God.
10, 12. I'm like, I don't even count. I don't even know how to count. Like, I don't know, 10.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so, like a daily alphabet.
I mean,
Right,
you gotta think if you're doing crevicing, you're of course you're gonna do less because you gotta dig the crevice out. But if you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
digging dirt from up on top of the rocks, throwing it in the pan, going down, holy
Yeah.
cow, you could move 60 a day easy.
You're right. Yeah, it is somewhat subjective. I guess it depends what you're doing. Because my idea was like, because I don't know how much I pan, I'm like, I wanted to do a video where I do 100 pans in a day, and that means I have to preset the pile and just do 100 pans and see if I can do it. And I feel like I'd get there, but it would be exhausting.
That'd be cool.
Maybe
That'd be a
even
cool video.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I have to make it creative because no one's gonna want to sit through 100 pans of gold.
Right.
That's boring. Like,
Oh,
you know,
you'll make it funny. I promise you, it'll be entertaining. You don't have no worries about that.
I have some funny ideas, like some just ideas in my head. But so that was one idea, and then I'm like, what if we take it a step further? I applied to the Guinness World Record because if it gets approved, it will be hilarious. But I'm gonna try doing panning for 24 hours straight and seeing how many pans I can do to break a record of the most pans done in 24 hours.
What's the record?
Your arms are gonna be like rubber.
What's the record?
There is none. I'm going to be setting it. The only records out there for gold mining anything is speed panning. There's one for male and one for female of the quickest pans, right? Because I was wondering, like, who has ever done the most amount of pans? So I was really trying to think about that, right? But then I'm like, I'll do 100 pans. And I'm like,
how much material is in the pan too? I mean,
pardon me?
it depends on how much material is in the pan too.
See, that's another one.
The pan is full. If it's half full, is it 3/4 full?
You're right. That's something. Yeah, I got to consider because, like, I paid the $800 something for the to apply for this thing, and if it gets denied, I lose $800. But if it gets approved, it's gonna be this thing where it's gonna be 24 hours of straight panning, and I'm like, oh boy, how am I gonna? So I'm gonna have to like I'm not gonna dig for 24 hours. I'll tell you that now. I won't even dig 2 pans, but I need a pile of dirt or something, right?
Yeah.
Like a pile of dirt. Someone to throw me pans. Maybe I'll get a handful of pans. And how much material am I doing? Am I snuffing the gold or am I passing it to someone else? Like once all that gets settled, I just got to make sure I have food, water, and some support.
Well, if you're using a Garrett Super Sluice and just trying to do pan after pan after pan, buy about 40 pans. That pan's going to make your arms look like rubber, and that's going to be a heavy pan.
But I'm gonna be like jacked after that. Like you work out, but no, I'm pan boy.
After about 10 pans, your hand's gonna be like sore.
Yeah, so think 24 hours. Holy cow, that's a lot of pans.
I was gonna do 12 hours, but I'm like, you know what? That's half-assing it. You want to do, if you're gonna do something, do it 24 hours.
That's doing it right, I guess.
Make it challenging.
Yeah, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna
Yeah.
But it's going to make it a tough record to beat. See,
That's the point. That's the whole point. And I'm gonna try. I have a number in my head I want to hit. But if I don't hit it, at least I set a mark. So then it'd be cool to see other people try to do this, right? But there's a lot that goes into it. You're not just setting up a camera.
right?
Yeah, because then
It's
you're
like-
gonna have is the stuff classified? Is it not classified? How much did I put the pan? 5 scoops, 6 scoops? Do we keep it even all the way through? There's like so many variables you're going at right now that you need to think about. That's gonna kill you.
I could do 1 scoop in a shovel and make that shovel fill up a pan. So it might not be a super sluice because that's maybe 2 shovelfuls. So maybe half the size of that into 1 scoop. So a scoop is a pan. But then I could go as far as saying a little pan. No, let's do a little
Get
scoop.
a measuring cup full.
Just measure it, each one.
Yeah, right.
Go.
Well, I mean, if you got a regular Garrett pan like they used to give away at the GPAA outing,
Yeah.
or not the outings, but the stuff that holds 1 shovelful pretty comfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm
But
sure,
super sluice, that's heavy.
I'm sure with Guinness, everything is like precise. How much dirt goes into each pan is precise. It's not ever an estimate with them. So
Yeah.
it
So if it
measure,
gets approved, I'm gonna be trying to calculate all of this.
right.
But then
You're gonna be sucking the gold out too, so you need a snuffer bottle and
oh man.
See,
And where am I going to do this? Am I going to do this at the river, or am I going to do this at a certain location?
or in a pan,
you can do it in your backyard if you have you can make up a panning station with masonry tubs to put the water in and pan them out. And once it gets full, then you're gonna have somebody dump it while you're in the next pan.
And then again, are you finding gold?
Yeah, I want it. It'd be really cool to just at the very end have a little vial of gold. Hopefully, if I can even fill that. And then
See, wouldn't the easiest record be? Wouldn't the easiest record to be is to how much gold I actually found? 24 hours of panning. Wouldn't that be the record?
No.
That could be a selling point. I mean,
Well, because you know what? If anybody tries to break it, Pauly, they got to pan for 24 hours
and get gold.
Yeah.
So you're getting a 2 for 1.
I could, yeah. I'm thinking of like, even how would I title it? I'll just say panning for 24 hours straight, and that's exactly what they get. They got a guy who's tired and whining the whole time, who's starving and just like.
Man, if I'm going for that record, I wouldn't care if it had gold. I'd just throw it back in another pile, and then after that's done, you can always go back and sluice it or something, high bank it.
Yeah, go over to the U.S. so I can legally sluice it.
We could do it like you do dry washing. You run 5 times. After your 5th time, you pan that down and throw that into another bucket. Wait till 5 times after 10 times or 15 times. Work it down.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's like probably 1,000 pans in 24 hours.
He's gonna have rubber arms.
Oh, I'm be whining. But the next day I'll just go pan. I'll never pan again.
You better hire a masseuse there. That way you take a 2-minute break and have her massage your shoulder.
I've thought of that. I thought of hiring Dan Hurd to sit behind me and give me a massage.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the pan size, if you're talking about, I don't know what pan you use. Is it one of the bigger pans?
Yeah, it's the big super sluice, like the bigger, thicker one.
You figure basically it could be 3 to 5 minutes to pan that out.
Oh, at least.
Yeah,
because I could speed pan it and rush it, but I want to find gold in every pan, but that's like good luck. I mean, I just want to at least find black sand in every pan. That way I know I'm panning.
Rough estimate that way. If you spend 5 minutes per pan, so many per hour, so many,
Yeah.
You can do a rough estimate and set your goals that way, but it all depends, If you got to use 2 hands on that. You're not going to be able to use 1 hand the whole time. You're going to have to use 2 hands eventually. That's going to slow you down. So I mean,
I could also like make it more fun, like panning for 24 hours with my feet. Just switch back and forth. But yeah, I'm just imagine having like a little vial that has some gold in it that you've panned for 24 hours and just giving that away or doing something fun with it. Like the whole idea was this too, is also to bring attention to like mental health, because that's going outdoors, like we've previously talked about, going outdoors and panning and looking for gold and whatever it may be. it helps me with my anxiety and the mental health. And that's something that's like, I think important. So bring awareness to that would be also important. I don't know.
See,
I still think your best angle would be how much gold you got in 24 hours plus how many pans did it take you to get there. I think you get two records in one shot, dude.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It
ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, it's gonna. I swear, after 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm gonna be like, let's stop rolling. But like, I'm gonna try filming. I want to stream it though. It's 24 hours, so that means I gotta find some sort of power source to keep the camera rolling. I need the backup camera. I need all this, and I want to make a YouTube video out of that as well, but not for a 24-hour YouTube video, but maybe just like
a highlight.
I guess you could always get like me, if I wanted to do something down there live on the claim, I actually got a hotspot that I take that I can run through my phone, but that's about the only way I get that.
I would love that. I heard Elon Musk is doing this thing where you're supposed to get service all around the world, anywhere around the world. That's kind of neat, but I kind of like the idea of getting lost and not having reception.
Right.
I think they call that satellite.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, what are those planes in space called?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's cool though. Let us know if you do that. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm hoping. We'll see.
That would be interesting. You know, it would be. Like you said, the cause to raise awareness. That'd be really.
Yeah, and it's so different. Like gold panning, it's such a niche thing. It's not like you're riding a bike for 24 hours or not. It's not running for 24 hours. You're panning. It's unheard of, and that's why I kind of want to take that title.
That's
what's anyone who's watching and stuff, feel free to give it a shot too. But I'm telling you now, I'm setting the bar high. I'm going for it.
You better have a comfortable chair. That's all I can say.
Am I sitting in the river?
Are you sitting on a rock? I mean, if you're sitting on a rock, I give you 2 hours, you're done.
Oh man, if it's a round rock, yeah, it depends how comfy the rock is.
Imagine shaking back and forth for 2 hours, man.
Dude, that rock is gonna be polished.
Your bottom's gonna be hurting.
That rock will be polished. I'll be able to sell that as a gem.
Put on a piece of gold, turn it into a diamond when you're done.
You could always call it the world record breaking rock.
I guess that's gonna be tough. It's making me hurt just thinking about it.
Oh, me too. I already regret even starting, but yeah. Anyway.
No, but it's cool that you thought of it, and we'll do it if they approve it.
If it just needs to get approved. Once it gets approved, then it's just a matter of setting up those boundaries and calculating with them the dates and all that. And I don't care if it's raining, if it's sunny. I don't care. I'm just gonna the date they set. We have it. I'm gonna do it. Polished rock. Jesse Mendez. Yeah. I keep forgetting to look at the comments. Some of these are good. Wet or dry, your choice.
See,
the rock or the pants?
Remember when the show was on TV, the Guinness World Record show?
Oh, that was awesome.
And Ripley's.
Yeah,
Ripley's is another one.
Used to do records for Stranger Things and gold panning, so I would think that they'd give you the go ahead on it.
Yeah, I don't see why not. They wanted to know my backstory. They wanted to know the potential to get attention. They want to know lots of things, even my health and stuff. All right, yeah, phone call.
All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Tim Graham, it's Ray Rusall calling from Juneau, Alaska.
What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, Alaska.
I'm hiding from the snowballs, but I had a question for Pioneer Pauly. Yeah, everybody asking about somebody calling in with a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so early on in the show, you were saying you was that shy kid and everything. Then you picked up the camera. Is that what you actually do now professionally? Is just be a professional cameraman? And led you to your YouTube page, or
yeah,
to make YouTube your profession?
Yeah, YouTube's literally just the profession, if you want to call it a profession. I mean, before I used to do security stuff, night shift. I used to work in the dispatch center. I used to do volunteering for the police. Then I was doing film work. I was an actor and stuntman, doing all that kind of stuff. But then when YouTube picked up, it started paying. And then when it started paying better than my job, I quit those jobs. And now this is what I do, make videos on Facebook and YouTube. It's a weird life. Yeah.
I'll be dark.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work. It's I do enjoy your editing. How in the way of how you do them and everything. They're very entertaining. I imagine it takes up a lot of your time, but I did want to call in and just say thanks for joining Go Prospector Space and our YouTube channel here. And if you ever just want to sit around and chat, we always got the chat room open. There's the website.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. And thank you so much. You know, it's like, I'm honored to be on this. Yeah. That's super cool. But the editing is what takes a long time. It's like, people think I go out there and film myself, la 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 la, and then it's done. But it's like I have a camera crew that follows me, and then I gotta put the two cameras together. I gotta put the drone together, the GoPros. There's about 5 cameras that I line up in sync, so it makes it look like making sense. Then you gotta edit. Then you gotta buy the music. Then you gotta do the sound design, the color correction. It takes about 14 days roughly to edit, and then you gotta work with the algorithms. And it's a different video on Facebook. Then it's the Instagram. It's completely full time, nonstop. But I appreciate the kind words. I really, really do.
Well, right on. Well, keep up the good work, and remember, always show the pictures of the gold at the end of the video, or through the whole, even better. We love to look at gold.
Yes. Okay. Here, if you're looking right now, this is about a 3-gram nugget I found yesterday sniping.
Oh yeah.
It's blurry. It's a blurry piece of gold.
All right. Well, God bless the Gold Prospector Space crew. Tim Grams, as always, the creator. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Everybody, I'm glad we all made it through Halloween, and let's look forward to another prosperous year in gold.
All right.
Hey, you know we love you.
Yes. Yeah, we all love you.
Bye, guys. God bless.
Bye, brother.
Thanks, Ray.
Later, man.
Awesome. Ray was our buddy from Alaska.
Juneau, Alaska.
You know we love you.
I got a phone call from Discovery. When was it? It was like a month and a half ago now, to do Bering Sea Gold. They wanted me as a dredger, as a guest on for dredging. I did 2 phone calls with them, and they were great. Never heard back. I was like, aw.
That's the way it goes, Pauly. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. All right, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Jaron, aka Mr. Lodak.
No way.
Pauly?
No way.
You know way. The real Mr. Lodak?
That's the real McCoy.
The real McCoy. That's awesome.
You didn't talk about it much. Tell everybody about your vampire chief and your film experience.
Sorry, say that again one more time.
Tell everybody about your vampire teeth there and your film experience.
Yeah, well, the teeth, people always think it's fake, but they're absolutely real. They grew in as an adult teeth, they grew in as adult teeth back in elementary school, grade 5 or grade 6 or something. And I had nicknames of like Shark Face, Vampire, and then every Halloween, or not even on Halloween, people would be like, why are you dressed like a vampire? Like try to pick on me, right? But I'm like, what are you talking about? They're real. And then that's the #1 comment I get is like, why did you have vampire teeth? Why don't you sell your gold and fix your teeth? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with my teeth. They're real, right? But yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the teeth other than, yeah, they're real. They're sharp. I bite my tongue.
They're cool.
I've had some pretty cool auditions on it. I've had like auditions for Van Helsing when I did film work. I never booked any role because I'm just a crap actor, but I mean, I at least looked some good to some degree. But yeah, the film experience, I started doing background acting like now it's probably 5 or 6 years ago. I was in all sorts of random movies and stuff, and then I started to get more attention because of the teeth. Started getting auditions, got an agent, started getting to stunts. I've done some stunts on Prison Break, Planet of the Apes. I did stuff on, what was it, Supergirl, The Flash, like all over the place. But my heart is still definitely into filming. Like I love doing YouTube, but a big goal of mine is to create my own movies and like direct and stuff. I'll still be doing YouTube, but I still want to push the movie stuff. But I think I'll do that more in the future when I establish myself even more. But yeah, I love film.
Right on, brother. I just want to call and touch on that because a lot of people don't know about that stuff.
Yeah, no, you're right. I almost should do like a video where I highlight more of my like my personality and my past and stuff, so people know where I'm at now instead of just doing a straight up adventure. Every adventure is just like an adventure. I don't really say much about where I'm from or where I'm going. It's usually just like, hey, we're at the river. Let's find gold, and that's usually it. But I think people actually deserve to hear a little bit more. I think that would actually be a kind of a unique video, more of a behind the scenes take, perhaps.
I like that.
All right, brother. I'll let somebody else call in if somebody wants to, but keep it
Okay.
up. Love your stuff.
No, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, Lodak.
Thanks, Jaron. Buddy. That's cool. Jaron never calls. You should feel honored.
Yeah, Jared never calls in. You are.
I got a couple tears coming down my face.
It's like, wow.
You gotta be real lucky because
he never calls.
No, you can't pay him.
Wow.
It's like,
oh wow. I should call him one day, like 2 in the morning, just be like, hey, man.
Yeah, he don't call, but he'll comment a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some good comments.
Jaren's a good guy. He helps with the site a lot, and he's one of the moderators, and he does a lot for our site also.
Oh yeah.
We appreciate it. That's for sure. Yeah,
he does flash in your pan too, doesn't he?
He helps Ed all the time too. Yeah.
Yeah. Ed's awesome.
Ed's our
yeah, he's here too. Yeah, I saw him at a lot of moderators. So if I start like swearing and cussing and being really offensive, they're there to take care of it.
Right.
Yeah, but it's on YouTube. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fair. I just start like sending them nudes and stuff. And they're like, oh, John, we got some work to do.
It's all good. Man, that's all. Yeah, I was wondering about the film thing. I'm glad Jaron called in and asked.
Yeah, I got like people who, for those who are interested to see the film past and stuff, I have what's called an IMDb up. So if you go to imdb.com, stands for Internet Movie Database, and type in my name, Paul LaRouche, you'll be able to see some of the movies and stuff I've been in, some of the history and that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
It's kind of neat.
And you did some of the stunts, you said?
Yeah, some stunts, not as many as I like to do. And in fact, Keith LeMay, who's my cameraman, his wife is my secondary camera woman. They're both just husband and wife. So they come help me film. I met Keith on Planet of the Apes. He does the cool stunts. He's the ones that they light on fire and throw out a window and get into car accidents. And he's done things for NASCAR. And yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is actually in the Spreaker chat room. Actually.
Oh, Streaker, is he, Keith?
Yeah, we have a Spreaker chat room also.
That's right. I forgot I think that's on Prospector Space. I think I forgot my password, so that's why I don't see that chat up.
Don't worry, you're not the only one.
Yeah, but he's listening and he's commented.
Yeah. You gotta check out his channel too. He does videos, he does his editing, and he's a really good editor too. And he's teaching his wife Bianca how to do all the work too. She's awesome.
Who was that one girl you had on your on one of your episodes? I think she does a lot of fishing. She has her own YouTube channel.
Oh, that's Kitty Canhoffman.
Yeah,
Kitty. That's her real name. I met her grade 7 or 8, and I had the maddest crush on her back then, right? And I was like, "So what's your name?" She goes, "Kitty." I'm like, "So what's your name?" Like she goes, "It's Kitty." I'm like, "Oh, it's actually her name." But she's a co-host on a channel called Fishing with Rod, and now she just started her new channel, like with it just by herself. She was foraging, fishing, hunting for mushrooms, and all sorts of stuff, hiking. Yeah, she's another wonderful friend. She doesn't live too far from here either, but yeah, she's cool.
Now, what's your buddy Keith's YouTube channel, Paul?
It's Keith LeMay. It's just Keith LeMay. Yeah.
All right, cool. Maybe someone share that.
If someone's asking, yeah, he's great.
That is cool. And
he does more than just film, because like people often just, as a camera guy, they just film the camera work, but he does a lot of like research, and like once he had that camera that he filmed with, he learned all about how to use it, the best practices. This next time I see him, he has new gadgets and new lenses and new this, and he's like, especially coming from stunts, he coordinates the stuff. Like that last, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but the last video I posted was with Dan Hurd at his ocean picture quarry on one of his claims, and we did a chase. I essentially stole a rock from him, and he chased me on his quad and did all that.
Yeah.
Now, listening to him direct that scene was amazing. Like, he goes, okay, Dan, you're going to have to half throttle it in second gear, and you're going to have to drift around the corner, but make sure this is your intention to do this, and don't crash. Just do this. So he was like, the control he had over the situation was actually really cool to see. He's telling me to shut up and telling me to do this and do that. He does, yeah, he's definitely a big asset for the channel for sure. Right. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's
he's
amazing.
going.
So he does your camera work and then you do all the editing?
Yeah, I recently just started allocating I still do my editing, but the last video, Ocean Picture Stone, I sent that off to another editor. I've tested a few editors because it takes too much time, and that's why it's one of the reasons why I can only post like once a month, is because I spend so much time editing. So I gave that video to another guy to do the edit, and then he did most of it, and he sent it back, and I did some tweaks, and then I used that. And now the next video I did, I edited most of that, had it the structure the way I wanted, and then I send that off so I can go and film. So up until the last video, every video was 100% me. Yeah.
All right, here's another caller for you. Now, this is our good buddy, Ed Marvin. What's going on, Ed? Ed?
Eduardo.
Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta
Ed.
change settings on Skype. We can't hear you, Ed.
Yeah, unmute yourself.
I can see him cussing right now.
Yeah, just knocking things over, and he's like shirts off. Like, ah. I'm sitting in my underwear right now. If I'm being completely honest, this room is cooking hot.
This one was blasting. You know, it's chilly. Now, what editing software do you like to use?
The editing software, right? I've gone through a lot, but right now I use Adobe Premiere.
Adobe.
So it's nice. It's kind of complicated, but as long as you know where to look for things, then it's super easy.
Right.
And I was using what's called DaVinci Resolve before this, which, by the way, if you guys want to learn how to edit, DaVinci Resolve is a killer program, and it's free, completely free. The 1080p version is free, but if you want to upload in 4K onto YouTube or something, then you got to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, really liked that program, but the community for help was very small. So I'd edit something, and then I'd try getting help to fix this thing that I was getting that wasn't working. I couldn't get any help. So then my Keith, again, he pushed me to go onto Premiere. And as soon as I went on that, if I ever have an issue, I can either call him up because he's a pro with the program, or I call the support and they take over your computer and they fix it like within minutes. So
nice.
it's such a friendly program.
Now, in your opinion, though, do you think 4K is better than 1080, or is it just for certain scenes?
Honestly, not everybody is going to have a 4K monitor, and I don't think people really care what it is. But I like 4K because our camera can shoot more than that, right? It's an awesome camera, but I like 4K. Like, especially if you can see 4K, it's amazing color, amazing detail. You can see everything, and I prefer 4K, but it doesn't really matter. I think.
Ed, are you there this time?
Can you hear me this time?
Yes.
We can hear you now.
It was on default mic for some reason, and I was like, you were right, Tim. I was cussing out my head.
I knew you was.
Hey, Pauly, how are you, buddy?
Good, brother. How you doing?
Doing really good.
I saw you went out with Gary Two Toes recently.
Yeah, sounds
jealous.
When I was out, the famous Sensei, as the Motherlode boys call him, Sensei Two Toes.
Yeah. Oh man, I was actually on the phone with him yesterday morning. We talked for a while. I'm planning to go up there. It's just I'm organizing flight dates and whatnot, but I would love to go see him. Yeah, he's a wizard.
If he takes you to Gold Mountain, it ain't a bad hike, really, Pauly. Just straight down and straight back up.
I have bat wings. I'll just glide. It's pretty. It'll take me no time.
Take your sniping gear with you.
Say that again. Take what with me?
If you get a chance to go on to Gary's claim, take sniping gear with you.
Pioneer gear? I know, I didn't hear that.
Sniping gear. Your sniping gear.
Oh, sniping gear. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm bringing my wetsuit and everything. For sure. Yeah, I'm not afraid of the cold. I was out sniping yesterday morning. 6 a.m. It was just below zero. I'm like happy as can be jumping in that water. I wear thermals underneath my wetsuit, like like neoprene thermals, and then a thick wetsuit, so I'm really warm. But your face, there's no more feeling in your face. Like me and Andy are talking, and we're just like drooling, and but it doesn't bother me. I snipe all year round. I do not care. It's fine.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna have your friend on again on the 1st of December. Good old Chris Voga.
Oh, good.
And give him a hard time.
I will. I'll call in and just start making fun of him.
I'm sure you'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see you on GPS, Tim, Dennis, our friend. Sorry.
Swiftwater.
Rich.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Swiftwater, sorry about that, Rich.
I missed that.
It happens, Ed. No worries.
Well, I missed that. What's so funny? I completely missed it.
What's that, Ed?
Pauly's a full-time YouTuber now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for coming up 2 years now.
Okay. When's your next collaboration with Kitty?
With Kitty?
Looking than Dan Hurd.
Yeah. You're not the first one to ask me that. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. She's really entertaining, a lot of fun to hang out with. That's for sure. She likes pranks, so I gotta actually I'm trying to prank her one up. But
oh, that's so funny.
Kitty and I are meeting up, I think, this weekend. The next weekend coming up. She teaches full time, right? So she's a teacher. So this weekend we're gonna meet up and discuss the next video.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I don't know what. Take her sniping or something. Throw her off the water, off a cliff.
Fun, Pauly. You all have a great one. Until next time.
Yes.
See you, Ed.
Yeah, see you later, man. See you later.
May you always have a flash in your pan, guys.
You too, brother.
You too.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, you definitely got to get Kitty back from that little fake gold nugget that she pulled on you.
Oh man, what stumped me honestly was like, she goes, "What's this?" I look at it, I'm like, because I'm teaching her how to find gold. I'm looking at it, I'm like in my head for once, I'm like, I don't know what this is. What am I going to tell Kitty? I'm like, this is it can't be gold because it's kind of light. I'm like, put it in my mouth, looking at it, I'm like, what is it? I thought it was yellow quartz, and I was like, choked on my saliva. I thought it was yellow quartz, but I was trying to figure out what I was supposed to tell her because I thought she was genuinely curious. Like, what is this, Paul? You should know better. You should know what this is. I had no idea. So I'm like, yeah, yellow quartz, but I'm like, it can't be gold. And I was really kind of thinking that. And then I started thinking, somebody knew that I was coming to this area and somebody planted these fake nuggets to try to fool me. I'm like, who would do that? Who would be here before me planting fake nuggets? And I'm like really trying to think of that, not even realizing Kitty's right there. And so she actually got me there.
Nice.
I'm going to get her back. I'm going to like paint.
Oh, it was a very good video. That was funny.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Hey, Pauly, I got a question for you real quick. I mean, you're a full-time YouTuber and it's understanding you're doing that right now for a full-time job, more or less.
Yeah.
And have you right now, number one, have you thought about going to other platforms? And if not, why wouldn't you do that?
Other platforms. Like another platform I am on is Facebook, but it's pretty much the videos I post on YouTube. I make them a bit quicker, like more entertaining, because people on Facebook are often on the toilet scrolling, right? They're not really sitting for. So, like, just being honest. So I compress the YouTube videos and then throw that on Facebook, like highlights, and then on Instagram even smaller than that. But actual other platforms, like You mean like Vimeo, for example?
Well, there's Vimeo, you got Rumble, you got
Rumble's a good one.
Yeah,
Get on Rumble.
you got Library, LYBRY. You got Library. You got what is it? Link or not LinkedIn? Shoot, you got Parlor, which is another kind of Facebook.
Parler.
You know,
I honestly haven't given that too much thought, but it's not a bad idea to like start again. And then I'm sure you can probably get monetized on Vimeo and all that stuff as well, right?
right?
And
I
Rumble.
could
Get on Rumble.
Yeah, and Rumble. Yeah.
What I could do is like I'm so used to saying at the end of the videos, like, hey, if you like this, please hit subscribe, but that won't count in that, right? And on Facebook, I can't say that because you can't subscribe on Facebook. It's follow. So I usually say subscribe to the channel or follow if you're watching this on Facebook, or click this if you're watching this on Vivo, or like I don't know how I'd finish the ending, but
Right.
See, I think Rumble, if you upload it on it correct me if I'm wrong, Swifty, they'll
Yes, it
actually
does.
take it and put it on YouTube and all the other platforms for you.
Yes, it does.
really,
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Like, see,
And
me,
you
I
make-
got my videos when I post my videos now.
I'll look that up.
Because I used to hate uploading videos because man, it just takes too long because I'm out here in BFE and you know the internet ain't all that great.
Yeah.
But now when I post to Rumble, and they actually will send it to my YouTube, my Facebook page, my other page, and yada yada. They'll put it all over, and then plus they also use it in other places that you don't know that they're putting it on, but you actually get a benefit from it.
Right
Oh,
there. See
yeah.
see the little green right here?
Yeah.
Where I figures that there's that one and then the green one right beside it. Those are the two apps right
Okay.
there.
Interesting.
Rumble Camera and Rumble. And you make money off it too. So I highly recommend it, Pauly.
Yeah, I'll definitely gonna look into that because that'd be smart. Because
Yep.
who doesn't like money?
It's bingo.
You know, it's
Well,
Me
I
too.
like it. I like it because if you put it on Rumble, they monetize it and then they send it to YouTube. And then whatever you make off of YouTube, because they've got you monetized as well, goes on that same account as
see.
well as Rumble.
I think what's in it for them too is they must get a cut because YouTube I think takes 40% of the revenue. But if you, I gotta look into that because that's not a bad idea. Like
I
Keith and
think once you go look at the Rumble percentage, you'll be really happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at Rumble right now. I'm looking up like Mr. Beast and some big YouTubers, and they don't exist. Not that it doesn't mean anything, but I'm just saying like I'm gonna see if someone made an account for me already. Like, oh no, I don't exist. So okay, I probably will have to sign up for that.
Absolutely.
Why not? Right.
It's just, I mean, it's just a little extra. You get a lot, you get more people watching your stuff. I mean,
Well,
if you got
that's true.
2020K subscribers, that's pretty darn good. I mean, I think I don't even know if I'm at 3,000. I haven't even looked for a long time.
Oh man, but seriously, 3,000. Think about 100. Imagine 100 people in the room. That's like a school assembly. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. That's still an achievement. 3,000 is a lot of people.
My only fault is I've never sat there and said, click, rate, and subscribe and all that. I've never said that. I
don't know
just
how
do
much
my
of
videos.
Yeah, that's all it really matters. I don't know how much of a difference it makes to tell somebody to subscribe. An interesting fact is like on my channel, I look into the analytics and it says, I think it was about 80 or 90% of the people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed.
Subscribers, yeah.
Like,
That's weird.
oh man, they don't have an account, but I can't tell them like what you guys gotta do for me is make an account. Like I just want them as long as I'm entertaining people, that's fine. But
yeah.
But yeah, I like more revenue streams because the more money you get, the more videos I can make, the more the audience will be happy.
More you can do, more places you can go.
Exactly. And that's something I remember there was a time when I could get monetized, but I just didn't want to for the longest time because I didn't want to be that guy who asked for money and that kind of thing. But you know what? Honestly, ads on YouTube videos are a lot less than ads in a freaking TV show commercial,
Mm-hmm.
a lot quicker. And Keith and I were just talking about this. We're going to be starting a Patreon. And that's something I never want to do forever. But I'm like at the point where I feel like I could, because I have a lot of behind the scenes footage that people would probably just laugh. Like they're hilarious behind the scenes stuff, all this extra content that I want to share to everybody. But like at the same time, I need to pay bills too. Like now that I'm growing bigger, my expenses are also growing. The equipment is getting better, paying more people. There's more things I'm doing, new vehicle and stuff like that, just to go and make more videos. And in order for that to happen, I gotta make more money, right? So why not give people something they want to see anyway, like behind the scenes footage, giveaways, merchandise, and stuff like
Bloopers.
that. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so yeah, we're working on that, and it's
Starting to look into it, I reckon. Yeah.
Yep.
I got it. Yeah.
Why not? It's there.
But just an idea anyway.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So where's your next adventure going to be?
The next one right now, the next video is going to be the Dan one and with the clam jumpers. But the next one I'm actually still filming. It's probably going to be a sniping video.
Okay.
Went sniping yesterday. I'm going to do more sniping tomorrow. And then for the next trip, the next adventure place, it might be with Gary in California, or it might actually be with Man Plus River in Texas.
Okay.
So that's another potential.
Now, when you're filming, I don't know if you use GoPros or big giant cameras or this. How the heck do you keep battery power all the time? Do you got like multiple batteries or a generator out there? Or
oh no, that's Keith's problem. That's it. That's the camera guy's stuff. He has multiple batteries because we have what's called an A7 III, and we were looking at the A7 S3. It's just like a mirrorless little camera, right? But the potential is amazing, and it's on a gimbal, so it's like really not motionless, but keeps it stable. And we need extra batteries for the gimbal. We have one extra gimbal battery, then I think 3 or 4 camera batteries, and then the GoPros we have handfuls of batteries, and we haven't ran out of.
So you still bang a GoPro though?
Yeah, I still use the GoPro. I usually use them for underwater shots or when I'm in like vulnerable positions, like I'm hiking up a cliff and I'm afraid to fall. I'll carry the GoPro with me. But yeah, until we have like backup cameras and stuff, we're not going to take the expensive ones where I go. I will bring them underwater once I get the housing, but those things are like $7+ grand. So that's just a Lord. Yeah. Yeah, the underwater stuff, I hire another camera guy. His name's John. Has another YouTube channel, all underwater stuff, and he has a camera close to the same what we have, but he has the underwater housing for it. And so he just scuba dives next to me, and we get those shots. But
see that?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yes, that's pretty sweet. It's smart move, and just to
I
think,
want to ask you guys questions, but I don't know what the heck to ask.
See, I wouldn't mind upgrading my video stuff, but I've got too much money invested in the gold mining stuff.
Yeah, I'm afraid to do anything else. I was talking with his name's Dave, MGL. It's like Gold Bay. Have you heard of him?
Oh, Dave Verboff. Yeah.
I was talking to him recently, and he was saying how if I ever try hard rock mine where you're detecting, I'm gonna fall in love so quick, and it's almost dangerous. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, just trying to figure out, well, what I like the look of placer nuggets. I like the worn nuggets, but that's because I haven't found like a hard rock specimen yet. He goes, just picture this. Imagine detecting, and the only garbage you're going to find is like blasting caps. And every other target is gold. Like, you're not going to find a tin can at like 30 feet deep in the rock, like in the wall, right? So he just says, and when you find that target, it can be anything. Any of those placer nuggets are worn down. Now imagine it not worn down on its original source still in the wall. They can be huge. So he says like it's such a different rush, and I'm like, okay, well, you should call me when you invite me over because I want to come and try this.
But you got to remember, you only get one chance for something to fold in on you, and you're done.
That's true.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, Jeff knows all about that. I should ask him about it.
Yeah, Jeff.
You should go with Jeff on one of those. On one of those in there. That way you could experience it.
Yeah, I really want to go into that. I don't know what video it was, but he did detect with a Garrett pulse induction, the ATX or something. He detected like I forget what it was, but like a nice nugget in the wall there. And like I really want to go down there and do that with him. We went to the fields. We never went into the tunnels. I didn't even get to meet Slim.
No.
Slim.
You get to meet Slim?
No, not yet. I want to put my toque on Slim. That'd be funny.
Imagine that, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. So what was the first camera you got when you were younger and you started this?
The very, very like the camera my mom gave me. It was I think it was a Canon something, like a really like a $60 camera, really, really cheap camera. I would do little videos. Like I would do videos where I would like, I thought I was a freaking genius. I would set up the camera and I'd face it in the living room and I'd do one shot. It'd be one shot, me standing in the living room and then just walking away. And what I'd do is I'd cut it, I'll split it and then have a shot of me walking in the living room. And then I'd fade to the next clip, making it look like I disappeared. Ooh. So I thought, I was like, I'm a genius. I can just disappear. And I remember posting that on there. And
so you were making TikTok videos back when you were.
I was essentially, I started TikTok. Essentially, yeah. No, it was just dumb videos like that. The first cameras I used for YouTube videos, like looking for artifacts and stuff, was just a phone, just my phone.
Okay.
But I soon lost that phone. I actually still have the video of that too. I put it on a rock, and I remember panicking. I'm like, "Don't fall in the water." It goes in the water, gone. That sucked. But
That's cool though. But you came a long ways.
Yeah.
yeah, I really didn't expect to come this far.
That's really cool. We're really happy for you, man. That's awesome.
No, I appreciate that. I still don't get why I'm so entertaining. It's just
Just natural, I guess, right?
yeah, I guess, yeah.
You know, I mean, you're doing what everybody loves doing, and they like to see.
Yep.
That's what's cool. You know, so keep up the good work for sure, brother. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, the editing. I love the editing, man. I'm jealous and envy of you because I've been doing videos for a long time, and I just use what's called Video Shop, but I'm not really good. I'm not good with editing, so I try to do the best I can on my videos.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it took me a while to do it, but I love doing it. That's why I keep doing it. I keep wanting to go get better and better and do more. And something I found so important with editing is sound design. Like a lot of the scenes that I do, like for example, a drone shot is completely muted. They're completely muted. You don't hear nothing.
Right.
So in my videos, you hear the wind, you hear the water, you hear the birds, you hear things passing by. All that's just sound I've added in there to make it more fun, more experiencing, right? And the same thing goes for other cinematic and cool scenes. And that's the thing that people won't pay attention to or notice, but that's what makes a shot even better. Like for example, you could watch a movie that's really, really perfect, great quality, but if you can barely hear it and it sounds awful, it turns out being a bad movie. But you can watch a movie that's terrible quality, but the sound is great, the audio is perfect, and then it makes for a better production. So I spend a lot of time, if not more time than the edit, adding the sounds and making everything perfect than I do with the shots, the actual shots. And that's a good tip I can provide. It's the sound goes a lot further than you think.
Wow, that is a good tip. Yep, I know. It just seems.
I still use Movie Maker because it's just easy for dummies.
That's how I started. Windows Movie Maker. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I started. Pardon me?
I mean, it's like dummy proof. It's just that easy. You can't.
It's easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Adobe stuff just seems intimidating. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Photoshop. But once you learn it, you'll learn it. And any editing program after that would be just a walk in the park.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. What Keith and I do is I'll be on an edit. We do something that's it's like a program called Discord, and you can share each other's screens. So on one screen, I can be editing, and on the other screen, I can see his edit. And we're talking with a mic and headphones and stuff. And then I'll be like, hey, watch this. And then I'll edit, and he's literally seeing what I'm doing. So I can teach him, and he can teach me things, and it's the same thing. So that's also helped. That's what I love doing that.
That's cool. Man. See,
watch a movie together.
Me, I still have trouble like doing a voiceover, like when you're doing something, you're sitting there working, but you actually want to come in on your video and say, okay, at this particular time, this is what I was looking at. This is what I was actually going for. And then it goes back to the video. I still can't get that. I can't get it locked in. I can't do it.
Like, I mean, you mean like the voiceover, like you hear it before it goes into the clip?
Yeah, like you're watching the actual video, but the video is mute, but you can hear me saying, at this time I was out here digging these kind of rocks.
Yeah, you're explaining what's going on while it's happening.
Yeah, I still can't get that. It never matches up. It never matches.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, like at the end of the clip, you could record yourself and talk like blah, 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 right? And then you can is there like I forget if Windows Movie Maker has an audio track and then it has the video track, because you can delete the video track and just have the audio and then drag that audio track over top of the other audio. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that would be, yeah, it's like what we call a voiceover. It's more is what it is. And that's like I said, every time I do it, like the voice will be 90 seconds behind or 90 seconds before it. I can't never get it to be right where I want it to be.
I see, because maybe like I forget how to use that program, but I think you can zoom in. Maybe I don't know if you can zoom in on that, like zoom into everything. You can probably drag the audio to the exact moment, because it's probably the dragging thing I'm thinking that you're not lining up, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but
I'd say, no, you could be possibly right.
but on Adobe, on Premiere, for example, you just literally click on the moment where you want to talk, and you click record. You put this thing in front of your face, and then it fast forwards about 5 minutes, like rewinds about like 5 seconds, and starts and gives you a countdown. As soon as it hits 0, it's at that exact marker where you left it, and then you can be like, poo poo pee pee, and then just automatically goes right into the program.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
There you go, Scott. Hopefully that'll help you.
Well, I mean, there's you take Darcy Cooper.
Yeah.
A fantastic freaking voice guy, man. Voice in.
Yeah.
Like his videos when he's showing the birds, he's talking about it's the same thing. Just that's what I'd like to be able to accomplish, but I haven't been able to get there and make it work. Right.
It could also be on Windows Movie Maker. I think you have one audio track. It can either be audio for music or voices, but I don't know if you have multiple, because with this one you can just add multiple, as many as you want. So you can have like the audio, like the track of the volume of whatever you're doing, you're talking, the music, the birds. You can just add as many layers as you like. But I don't know. I would have to look at the program again. Really.
Yeah. See, you might just have to go with different programs, Scott. Something where you got more.
When I start making thousands of dollars off of it, I'll just be happy to go on that.
Yeah. So how many? You said 3,000. Isn't that? I think that's enough to get monetized, unless I think I forget what the watch time is, but there's like.
No, I was gonna say they switched the rules.
I got lucky. I got monetized about a month and a half before they switched the rules, so I got lucky.
Yeah, I could have got grandfathered in a long time ago, but when I first started making videos, I contacted YouTube and I said, "Hey, I'd like to be a partner program with you today." They said, "Well, you don't have enough views," and I'm like, "Well, okay, that doesn't make sense, because I'm starting out. I know I'm going to make videos. It's going to be great." And then when I started, like the second. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, like the second video I made, and then they called back. They actually called me on the phone and they said, "Hey, we'd like to be a partnership with you." And for some reason, I don't know why I did it. I guess I'm a little stubborn this way. I'm like, it reminded me of Shark Tank. When you don't need the money, they're always willing. And I'm like, well, now I got the views. You know what? I don't want your commercials on my stuff and this and that. And I just went that route. And I'm still, I'm not monetized on YouTube. I do my own commercials.
Yeah, the monetization's cool. Like, even if it's like $10 in the month, it's just, you can go get a pack of beer. It's gas, it's fuel for the day. Yeah, it's super helpful. Yeah. But then the brand deals is what pays a lot. They'll offer you X amount of dollars to just say something for 30 seconds in the beginning or middle of your video. I've turned down every single one I've gotten because they've all been unrelated. There's actually one about shooting Taliban, an app where you shoot people. I'm like, that's not going to fly on a prospect channel. Like, hey guys, look at all the gold we found today. This is an awesome day. We're over the waterfall. We got some nice drone. What a beautiful day. By the way, do you like shooting people? Check out this app. Like, it doesn't make sense. And it's a mobile thing. Like, it's just, how dare you? It doesn't make any sense. I would be more willing to do like a vampire game than I would be with.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
that's funny.
Or give me a different gold pen and I'll say something. But,
right.
A gold claw.
Yeah,
like I said, that's what I mean. I do that, but it's got to work. Number one.
Yeah, you don't want to lead the audience on to something that's bad.
Yeah,
because people trust you. People follow you and they trust your advice. They're learning how to do something, whatever you're sharing, whether it's panning or whatnot. You're gonna be held accountable. Like, they trust you. You don't want to give them something that's garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I always look if it works and the cost of it. I mean, if it works, don't be charging $1,000 for it or some crazy stuff.
No, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to be wasting money. I was actually going through that today. I met up with my merchandise guy and we're discussing prices. on t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. And I'm like, he's like, you should set it up for this price. And I'm like, what about this price? And I'm like, what would I pay for a hoodie? And I'm like, I'll pay this. So I'm gonna go a little bit cheaper, because cheaper you go, in the long run, you probably make more sales, but then the material costs something. So that's just a big discussion we had today. And I'm like, we have the numbers right. And I'm hoping I got it perfect. I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, this stuff is expensive.
I still remember the day you get a $15 t-shirt and a $25 hoodie.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, it was easy. But now,
and I got to accommodate for the fact I'm in Canada, so there'll be shipping, right? So
yeah.
That's another thing.
Yep. And if you can't order huge amounts, the price is always more. So it's like, it's on that stuff. It's like you order 100 or 20 or 50. It's ridiculous. If you 1,000 of them, it's a lot cheaper. It's like, some of us are on a budget, and it's like, can't do it.
Yeah, no,
That's the thing with merchandising for sure.
I wish I could sell everything for like $5.
Right.
Just $5.
$5.
Just how, so even if they don't like me, they think I'm a weirdo. They get a hoodie. They can be warm this winter. $5. I'll be able to sell to people that don't even like me. That's fun.
Yeah, they need a hoodie. $5.
$5. For $10, you get a hoodie and $5 in the pocket. I don't know.
Buy anything.
You could always go for every 20 sold, we give 2 to the homeless people.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do a video like that. You go to like a shelter and then give all that stuff, but I didn't want to do it on video, because then it takes away from the fact what I'm doing, because people be like, oh, he's doing it for attention, for views. But so that's just something I'll do on my own time. That's something I haven't done yet, but I have a lot of merchandise I could do that.
See,
That'd be a good idea.
That's awesome, dude.
I want nothing for it though, but like one of my best friends, name's Ayele, right? And he's Somalian, and he's been homeless for probably coming up 8 or 9 years now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already 10 years. And I met him in the film industry, and he's a successful actor. He does movies. He's a good actor. He does tons of commercials. He's just successful, but he has no place to live. Downtown Vancouver, out here in Canada.
Wow.
And it's like people are super racist towards him. He gets beat up, things stolen, but he's homeless. Yeah, and I feel bad for people.
Yeah, that's
it's unfortunate, right?
It really is. This world's gone crazy.
Yeah, and
you gotta remember, there's some people that's put that way because circumstances in life. Then there's other people, which there's a lot, that just want to be that way.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be hard to narrow it down, but it's like, that's the thing. I was gonna say, I don't mind that kind of perspective, and the same another reason I want to go to Africa too is to kind of like get my head out of the gutter, because to be honest, after starting YouTube and getting this attention, I've slowly been developing an ego, and not because like, oh, I'm falling, but I've just been noticing I'm a bit like, it's funny. Me and I forget who I was with. It's another YouTuber. We went out into this public place, and normally when we go to certain places, people recognize us, so it's just something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But when they don't recognize us, we get offended. You get noticed, and that's ego. That's an ego being developed, and that's unfair, right? But I was going to say, there are people out there who have less than what we have and are happier than us.
All right.
Here's my friend who's completely homeless and just always getting food from the shelters and stuff, and he's a good actor and all that. And here I am, like, that's a problem, right? That's an issue. And he's probably happier than I am. And here I am complaining, what should I sell my hoodies for? When am I getting my new vehicle? Like, it's complete perspective. Like, the problems I have, as Keith would say it, is good problems. I have good problems.
Yeah, but you know what he's probably saying? Sucks to pay taxes, don't
it? Yeah. Oh man, I hate taxes, but I won't get political. I try to avoid that.
Yeah, yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
I guess what we'll do, let's go ahead and wrap it up. It's like 9:30. Pauly, we want to thank you, man, for hanging out with us tonight.
Great guest.
You're welcome back anytime you'd like to stop by and just let us know what's going on.
Okay.
Got any big news you want to share or something, up in the future?
You want to call in next Sunday and harass Jeff?
Yeah.
I should. I'll just come unannounced and just call them up.
Yep.
That's how you do it, right there. You just call and go.
Call the
hello.
show, and
I'm gonna ask him like a real awkward question, thought-provoking and awkward question.
During the week, something super awkward. And then just call and ask him.
we'll ask
Just
you
make
what's
him
your
ready.
name, where are you calling from, who, you know, what's your name, and you could just give a different name, and you're calling from here, and then you can just give an off-ball question.
Oh, I could just disguise myself completely. I'll just
do it.
Good.
No, let's have.
I dare you.
I'll do it. I'm doing it. That'd be fun. That'd be funny.
All right.
Okay.
Next week, dude.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, it was nice hanging out. Thank you for this. It was great.
Father, you have a good evening, and
Yeah, thank you very much.
Keep up the good videos.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You take care, buddy.
Yeah, see you later, man. See everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. That was awesome.
That was.
Basic. Definitely a great guy and a great guest. That's pretty cool. Scott, you want to rattle off the gold prices real quick? And we'll do
Holy gold prices, he says. Wrap them off real quick, he says. Hang on a second. Let me get to him here. I've got it coming up. If my internet. Here we go. Wait a minute. That doesn't look right. Hang on a second. Let me spell this out here. I have two things that I was looking at today, and one of them I don't think it's right for some reason.
No,
I've looked at a couple of them that's different. They've got they put so much ads in front of it, they just don't show the prices. And my internet is really slow.
All right, you keep looking.
If anybody else has got gold medal prices up there, just start shouting them out. Oh wait, I got it right here. Right now we're at the gold is coming in at $18.82 plus $2.40, and then we also have silver coming in at $23.83.
$23.83.
Plus 18 cents. It's still toying around that 24 thing. We have platinum coming in at 846, which that's not that great, but it ain't that bad. Still platinum. Is that anyway? Is that me or you?
Ain't me.
Ain't me.
Well, hang on a second. I don't know why it's me. Shouldn't be me. Anyway, I got palladium coming in at 2,227.
Okay.
And I don't have the rhodium on there at all. So
No rhodium yet. I don't know if Michael's in there. He usually throws it out to me, but since we did it this late in the show, he might have.
like I said, the metal prices I used to give a while back, man, I had everything on there, and now I can't find that site anymore. I don't know why.
Oh, geez. Well, real quick before Rich does birthdays, we want everybody, if they can, to keep one of our gold prospecting family, John. I can't pronounce Castaneda. John Castaneda. His wife is having triple bypass surgery too. So let's keep them in our prayers for sure, and let's hope everything goes good for them. That's awful scary. Rhodium is 13.5, by the way. So yeah, if you guys could do that, that would be awesome. Yeah. So, Rich, you got some birthdays?
Yeah, we'll do the birthdays here. We don't need a song tonight. We'll start off with today is November 1st, 2020. I don't want to hear Dennis's voice.
Dennis of his moment of glory in the sun.
Unless you want to sing, Dennis.
No. Let's just go ahead and do it. Wrap it up.
Take the night off.
His feelings are hurt now, Rich.
Oh, no. I don't mean to hurt his feelings. He can save his beautiful voice for next time. All right, we're going to start off with Bobby Thompson, Brian Y., Dan Neindorf, Doug Van Tassel, Gusto, Jeff Bliss, Jeff Neff, Jim Miner. We got a Ken Beckler. We got Linda Webb, Nugs Bunny, T-Bucket, Tim Fagan. And then tomorrow birthdays are Becky Myers, Black Ops, Brian TX, Chris Holland, Chris Telly. We got a Curtis W. Zollers, and we got Dave Puccini. So let's go with T-Bucket.
T-Bucket.
That's a good one.
T-Bucket.
T-Bucket is a male from Tremonton, Utah.
Okay.
Does panning, high banking, and hard rock. Belongs to a NUPA club. They found the site from a podcast. And they like to pan, use a gold cube and a hammer mill.
Okay.
Pretty much been a member since 2019.
Okay. And you got another one or?
Yeah, let me get back to the site here.
What was no?
We'll do one more. We'll do one from tomorrow.
Okay. If we got one.
Is that let me?
Let you.
Scrolling.
Them doggies scrolling.
Yeah, no, it's really slow. All right. One more. Come on. Come on.
Come on, Rick.
All right. Mars birthdays. Let's go with who sticks out. Let's go with Black Ops.
All right. That.
Black Ops. They're from YREKA, Eureka, California.
YREKA?
Yeah. Is that Eureka?
No. I would think Eureka would be how you are.
They like to do all kinds of prospecting. They don't belong to any clubs. Their brother is a life member, and we refer you to the site, the brother. And they like to pan using rods and dredge and sluice box.
Okay.
All right.
That's cool. Black Ops.
I've been a member since looks like 2012 of November 1st. Must be their anniversary today.
Oh. So they picked their birthday to be their anniversary day. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Awesome. Oh man, thank you, Rich.
And me, I would like to give a special shout out to Beverly Michaels of Frankfort, Indiana, which is one of the most outstanding women I think I've ever known in my life, which is my grandmother.
Oh, cool.
She will be 97.
Wow. Happy birthday to Grandma. That's cool, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Savage, dude.
She's actually one of the kind of influential people in my life that made me what I am today. So.
Oh, so we have heard of that.
Oh yeah. In some ways, yes.
So, Scott, do you have any members to highlight this week for your thingy?
You know, my internet is not working that great, so just keeping the Zoom up is what it is. I wasn't able. I couldn't even keep chat up tonight, so I had to close it down. So I did not get to take a look at anything today.
No worries. Leave it for next week.
But I will say, Brian Wilder showed a picture earlier I seen of it's snowing in the Nome, and I hope he's on his way home, because if not, he's going to get snowed in.
Heading back. Season is over. Right?
Right. But I'll tell you what, anybody that I missed this Sunday, we'll go back and I might shout you out that Wednesday. I might shout you out on West Coast Wednesday for it.
All right, that's cool. All right, so like I said, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We want to thank our special guest, Pioneer Pauly, for being here as well.
No doubt.
Don't forget about Tuesday night hangout.
Thank you, Rich. Continue. Finish it for me, would you?
Ed and Jesse and Dano and
The
Vixen.
Treasure Vixens.
yeah, the Treasure Vixens. There you go.
At what time?
Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time.
We're where? On their YouTube channel Tuesday night?
YouTube channel of what?
To YouTube.
Don't forget, everybody, the clock's changed except for here in Arizona.
Yeah.
Have fun with that, everybody.
Is it still a flash in your pan?
It's Tuesday night hangouts now.
Okay.
Tuesday night hangouts with Ed, Jess.
Tuesday night hangout with Ed, Jess, Dano, and the Treasure Vixens.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over there on their YouTube channel. Be sure and check them out.
There you go.
We send you. All right, cool. And don't forget free Manny. And I think that's everything that I can think of. And
good night, everybody.
Good night, gold diggers.
Good night, everybody.
Be sure to
Free
tune in
Manny.
next Sunday at 7:30 for another great
Free Manny.
show.
Free Manny.
For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
Free man.